Jay from Team DMA coming at you with another video. This video is going to be regarding combos of the Dark Magician, as I've been playing the last month or so on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2. There's been a lot more duelists. Like, I would say I see maybe somewhere around 80, uh, 80 more good duelists. Somebody can argue and say that's really nothing. It really is when you have the same people coming back to play again. Like, there's famous YouTube channels, famous YouTubers, and some people, they return back to the platform. It could be in anywhere. And I've been seeing a lot of good duelists come on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2. They set up, like I said 2 years ago, all of this is old news. They set up somewhere around 6 to 10 negations. Now here in my channel, the Jewel for 9211, this is old. This is from 2021. A lot of people that are just starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks to Master Duel or who've been playing, they're still 3 years behind, 4 years. Pretty soon it's gonna be 4 years. They're gonna be 4 years behind. They're still concerned with one negation and two. That was in the year 2020. That's a long time ago. Pretty soon it's gonna be 4 years. So what you wanna do is you wanna move forward and you want to get used to getting negated 4 to 10 times per turn. And a lot of people, they always say I lie and it's not true, blah blah blah. But they're lying. That's just normal. It's the basics. And I wanted to show a combo from 2019. These combos are very old. You can go on my channel and see these back in early 2020. But a lot of these combos I was doing since 2019. That's why I didn't start posting until somewhere around February or March of 2020, because first I needed to get used to Dark Magician because I hadn't played since 2008. It had been a while. So I had to get used to all the new cards and set up the combos. And I was the first one to do the Mystic Mine and all that and go against YCS and the nationals and regionals. And here it is. So this is the hand that we opened up with. So it's not the best hand, but it doesn't matter what hand you have to always make it work. So we're going to be transitioning onto what is popularly known as it's like a triangle combo, a tri combo. So it's basically, people call it the Trinity or whatever, but it's just the circle, the eternal active together with skill drain. So all that's happening is Dark Missions coming out banished, then returning to the graveyard every turn. If you have a monster that's gonna attack you, you don't want to trigger the rod so that it can banish and defend, and then next turn you can banish, and that's the sequence. If there's only one monster or none, then yeah, at that point you don't need to defend. So you just activate it and then banish and then trigger the rod, send them back to the graveyard. You can also use link monsters to continue to do the combo. You can ride it kind of like how people used to ride the Mystic Mine. There's a lot of combos that you can ride. If the combo doesn't stop, you have more combos. So this was the opening hand, like I said. So from here, all you have is the circle. That's all you really have. People can argue and say, yeah, but you have the rod too, or you have a Dark Magician. Yeah, but you have to get the Eternal. So you have to get the circle. You already have it, the Dark Magician. Then you have to get the Skill Drain, then the Dragoon and the Dragon Knight. So it's not as complicated. I'm sorry, it's not as easy as people make it sound, because a lot of people, some of my duels that I do against Dark Mission, they break. They just lose. They lose because they break. So I don't have that issue because most of the cards are live. But I'm going to show you the video after I finish talking, the explanation. I'm going to show you the video of the actual duel so you can see how it plays and what's going on. But from this hand, all of this came out. So once you have it active, you just ride the Circle Eternal with the skill and you're just banishing, riding it. And then as you move forward, the correct sequence, a lot of people don't teach you. But none of the Dark Machine community, a lot of the Dark Machine community, they claim they know and this and that, and it's fine. But there is sequences to everything. There's the right sequence. And the correct sequence, I've always said since years back, is you have to go Dragon Knight and then Dragoon at the end, because you can't go Dragoon then Dragon Knight. You can't go backwards unless you use the Red Eyes Black Dragon, I believe. What is it? he becomes a dragoon on the text. So correct me if I'm wrong on the on the comments below. But I believe if you use the correct fusion, he becomes a dragon with the red eyes fusion if you used it. So you can do both ways. But me particularly, I don't use ref because Dragoon's not what wins the games. Because a lot of people they lie saying Dragoon wins, and that's a sign that they're playing rogue decks. Like a lot of Dark Mission players, they think, "Oh, I summon Dragoon. I know how to play Dark Mission." That's a lie. If you summon three Dragoons in one duel, not a match, in one duel, your opponent should be able to get rid of all three of them like nothing. And then what you do after they get rid of your three Dragoons determines if you know how to play Dark Mission or not. So in my duels, you see they banish the Dark Mission, they banish the Dragoons, two of them. They get rid of the Dragon Knight, but I still win. So those are tier 1 and tier 0 decks, which are unaffected by any. It doesn't matter what you play, this combo, another combo, they're going to get rid of like 95% of the things you do, they're going to get rid of them easily. If your opponent falls real quick from like a village and a Dragoon, that's definitely a sign that you're playing against like low level meta. A lot of people argue and say, yeah, meta is just what's popular, or meta is everything. They're wrong. I'm gonna be presenting a video on that to teach the Yu-Gi-Oh community what the words mean, because a lot of people don't know what they mean. But just a quick recap, that just means it has a meaning of it. The best outcome of a deck is what it actually means, and we're gonna be looking at it on a future video. But when you go top tier has nothing to do with the meta. Top tier is on its own. It's the top of the line. It has nothing to do with meta and rogue. It's on its own. Those are the decks that make it to top 16, top 10, top 8, top 6, top 3 on the regionals and nationals. We know that the nationals is the better one because the regionals, a lot of the regionals don't make it to the nationals, the top 10. So this deck here, transitioning, and then we entered into the Dragon Knight first, and then from there they got rid of the Dragon Knight. Like I said, like it's very normal for your opponent to get rid of everything. With the skill drain active, you can't protect the back row, so a lot of people play Infinite Impermanence instead, or other cards that trigger negating effects like Veiler and whatnot, so that the Dragon Knight can be active the whole time. So you trigger the the Magician Souls. The Magician Souls has the ability to turn off and turn on things. So it's like opening the door and shutting it when you want it. So at the point we're gonna want the Dragoon and Dragon Knight to be live. So like you've seen on the pictures, we got rid of it, and now the Dragoon is live. The Dragon Knight with the Dark Magician combo going with the banish, and they can't get rid of nothing, and you're banishing. So you see the transition from like a mediocre hand to getting Eternal Circle drain, skill drain, and then riding it, and then transitioning to the Dragon Knight, and then moving forward in the duel. You're gonna be bringing the Dragoon. Then once the Dragoon's out, no more skill drain, because a lot of people make the mistake of bringing Dragon Knight. Let's go back. They bring Dragon Knight while skill drain's active and circle won't activate. A lot of people make that mistake. Even when I duel people, I seem to make that mistake. Or when I see live duels, you want to bring the Dark Magician, because the Dark Magician will trigger the circle. Dragon Knight will only trigger it if skill drain's not active, because it's taking away his effect. And then Dragon Knight, Dragoon's out, skill drain's gone, and now we're gonna be transitioning to both Dragon Knight and Dragoon with Circle Banish with the Eternal, and then comboed off obviously with the Dark Mission coming out, sending him back to the graveyard. And if you look at our backhand, we're well protected. Even if anything were to go wrong, the Dragon Knight can come right back. So they're gonna have to get past a banish, 2,000-3,000 hitters, more likely 1,000-4,000, because you're gonna negate. And then they have to get to another 3,000 because Dragon Knight's coming back a second time. And then even if they were to get rid of everything, like by a miracle, they were to get rid of everything, you still have in your hand to set up the whole field all over again. Rod with the circle, and then Soul Servant to stack the Eternal, and then you're going to be using the Bestial to protect in case the field is gone. Like let's say everything's gone, you trigger the effect, banish, and you defend. And then next turn, like I said, you're gonna draw a card. You're gonna set up the field. Dragonite's gonna be coming back on board. If you have a Monster Reborn or a way to summon 3 monsters, you can use Master Magician Queen Selene to bring back Dragoon back on the field, or Veil, or like I said, Monster Reborn to bring back the same board again. In my deck, I just trust the Selene. I don't play Monster Reborn. Sometimes I play Veil, Dark Magic Veil. It depends on you. But out of maybe 4,000 duels that I've had online or more since 2019, I've never lost with a Dragoon and a Dragonite both on the field. I've lost when they're transitioning, like one's coming out like that. But when they're both on the field, I've never lost. Because you're going to Omni negate the correct card. They have to go to one 4,000, the other one 3,000. And then after that, Dragonite comes back and then it banishes. So it's too much to handle. And then all the cards they have are worthless because they can't touch the back row. So you're protected. So you have defense, banish. They have to go to a maximum of 3 big hitters. Twice 3,000 and once 4,000. Then an Omni negate and a banish. So it's not that easy. And that doesn't even include your hand. You still have more backup. So it's too much for your opponents. Usually when I duel, I'll have the right hand together with, there can only be one. So the opponent can't even extend plays. They're pretty much locked. They're pretty much finished. And the hand, you still have the Bestials and you can still set up your whole field all over again. And you're just negating your opponent. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the end of the list here with the Dragoon Dragonite. We're going to take a look at the actual duel and you'll see for yourself what's going on. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. And we'll be transitioning over there.
The Dark Magician has chosen me. He has never let me down. I play Pot of Greed. This allows me to take 2 cards from my deck and add them to my hand. I play Pot of Greed. This allows me to take 2 cards from my deck and add them to my hand. I play Pot of Greed. This allows me to take 2 cards from my deck and add them to my hand.